Ready? Hi, this is Polly, and I'm going to teach you guys a few yoga poses today you can do in your kitchen. So welcome to Yoga is Yummy. This is actually my first yoga video that I've done for my blog, so it's kind of exciting because yoga is like my favorite thing, and I hope you like it too. So when we come up in the morning, or wake up in the morning, we're usually a little sleepy. I'm kind of basically in my pajamas, and that's okay. This is for you. If you're not a morning person, I kind of am a morning person. My daughter and my husband are not morning people, and so it's good for everybody. Even if you're more like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, this is okay. So I want you to come into your kitchen, and we're going to move our feet around a little bit just to try to get the blood flowing. And ground your feet. We're going to come into what's called mountain pose. I want you to pull the heads of the arm bones, which is these guys, back. And then draw the shoulder blades down the spine, or down the back, good. And feel some space between the armpits and the hip bones, which I like to call the side bodies. That's an Anusara principle. And Anusara is a beautiful style of yoga that plays a lot with side bodies and principles of alignment. And it's really fun. So you'll hear me use that a lot if you start watching my yoga post or my yoga videos on my blog. So roll your arm bones back. Feel some space in your back of your neck and allow the front of your body to open, and just take a few breaths. So we'll do that. And be careful if your eyes are closed that you don't go back to sleep. And then when you're ready, I want you just to reach up, push through the air. I like to think of the air being really thick, like almond butter or something like that. And stretch and feel the inner front ribs lifting, and make some space for the belly to move when you breathe. Good. And then we're just going to push the air out again, pretending like it's thick peanut butter if you're a peanut butter fan. Good. And already I'm feeling a little more tingly and awake. And then bring your hands to Namaste. All right, our first kitchen yoga pose is countertop downward dog. So countertop dog or counter dog. Place your palms on the counter, and you're just going to step back until you feel that your body's a really nice 90-degree angle. And you're going to go ahead and just feel like your heart is a hammock. So just relax the heart center, and this is fantastic for opening the shoulders. Pressing the palms into the counter, just to kind of open up everything there, under the arms and even out through the wrist. And start to press the hip bones back. This feels pretty amazing. And then you can change the pose if you want by leaving your left hand on the counter and just letting the right hand kind of dangle down. And then we're going to just reach the right arm out and then under. It's a variation of thread the needle pose. And it's really, really nice. And again, be aware of your shoulders, because we never want to forget what we're doing and kind of collapse and forget. And come back to the other side, not losing your breath. Relaxing the left shoulder down. Oh, it feels so good. I love this pose. And then reaching and then stretching under. And just look right underneath that armpit there. Good. And then come back. And then when we come out of this pose, don't just fly up out of the pose. Actually walk into the counter so that you come out naturally. Whew, that felt good. And then you can do another little half sun salute, our little pushing through the peanut butter. And then pressing back down and coming back to Namaste. Good. Our second pose I'm going to teach you today, I actually have 4, is Warrior 3 on the counter. So countertop Warrior 3. So press the palms back, step back like you were just in our countertop dog. And now we're going to start to kind of let the legs come into this game. So I want you to pick up your, move here so you don't kick the stove. Pick up your right leg. And right now you're going to feel a lot through your hamstrings, and that's good. And make sure you keep the right pinky toe, if your right foot's in the air, keep it rolling down so that your inner thigh on your right leg is actually rolling up. And you'll see what I mean when you do this. And that's called thigh loop. That's another Anusara yoga principle. It feels fantastic. Yeah, and then you can kind of turn that and go the other direction, kind of open up the leg. So you're noticing my hips are stacked now. Good. And then slowly lower to the ground. And do the other side. Following your breath, of course. Never forgetting that breath. Really nice opening. And then slowly lower down, and immediately you're back to countertop dog. Hammock that heart. I love to think of your heart like a hammock. And then walk into the counter. And back to namaste. Whew. Third pose. You can come to the middle of your kitchen. I think you're ready for this one now. We're going to come into what's known as ragdoll. I'm sure you've all done this if you've gone to any yoga class. You want to reach your feet. And now we're just going to let some length happen in our spine, which is so healthy for your back. If you have any lower back problems in your lumbar, your sacrum, it's really fantastic. So you need to take it slow though. So especially if it's early in the morning. So you're just going to hinge from the hips. Sometimes I like to even press my hands back like that to remind myself to press my hips back. And then I just let my arms dangle, just like that. And when I first started yoga, trust me, I could not even touch my toes or anywhere close. So just be patient. This comes in time and with consistency. So just hanging out here again, keeping the neck really soft. You can nod yes and no, really healthy. And then you can take your hands to your elbows, just like that. And you can stay here for, 2 minutes. You choose whichever feels the best for you. And then when you come out of it, don't ever come flying out of ragdoll. We want to just roll out of ragdoll. So it's just allowing the spine to align. And when you get up there, things are already looking better today. You don't even need that cup of coffee. And then we have one more pose, and this is my favorite. This is what I call half moon on the fridge. So, and I really do these poses in the morning. It's really fun. Abby's over there eating her cereal, and Mommy's in the kitchen being goofy doing yoga. So you can do that too. So here you are. Here's your fridge. And be careful that your feet are somewhat clean, because that would be kind of gross to have like gross feet on your fridge. So, I'm assuming if you're still in your jammies, you're somewhat clean. So you're relaxed here. And we're going to come back into that ragdoll pose, which I just taught you. So our spine is long and our breath is deep, maybe do a little back bend. That always feels good. And then come down. And then we're going to kind of walk your hands and find the fridge with your foot. So you're putting that foot up on the fridge. And remember when we did our little Warrior 3 and I told you you could stack your hips? We're coming back to that. Everything always comes together. I like to sequence classes that kind of intertwine there. Yeah, and then go ahead and open up that right arm if your right foot's on the fridge. So here you are, half moon pose. Yeah, notice my hips are stacked. Sometimes I even take my hand and kind of pull that hip back, really nice. Good, and you can also play with it. You may need to adjust. And then one more thing, even if you're like a veteran yogi and you want to move your half moon into a more deeper place here, you can take your bottom hand and press on the inside of that ankle and then roll open more like that. Wow, feels amazing. And then you can come back, and then you can even add this little standing split where you draw your heart to that bottom leg and then come back to ragdoll pose. Good. And I'll take you through the other side. So come on up. Sorry about the hind end shot there. Hopefully, it's all good there. We're going to go ahead and come up. Half moon. Wah. And then you can even hover. Great for core strength. And then take that hand to the inner ankle and open. And revolve, even the under ribs. Good, and then come back down. You can take that to a little bit of a standing split there. And finally, hanging ragdoll. Relax and roll up. Woo! And I think you're ready for your day. Namaste.